Welcome back to the hottest man show in the world. It's I, John D. N.
Kanika.
AKA In Too Much Podcast. Look at you.
Okay. Yes. Hello, sir.
Developing some personality to the world. That looks like a little more fun. It's more fun personality.
Of course. Yeah. Do I look dry? Do I act dry?
No, not like in comparison to the beginning.
Oh, okay.
In the beginning, you were just like... Now in podcast.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Looking forward to the day. We're going to go bowling.
Oh, yeah.
Got to take Dallas, practice, and then he has a class for his guitar. Today's Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he has one today, too?
4:30 to 5. That's a guitar maintenance class.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to do that. And other than that, probably watch some more K-dramas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Probably participate in some adult beverages because it's the weekend.
I agree. I'm working on that. A sister be trying to have a drink. Yeah. I'll be trying. Golly, I need water. I'm just not drinking it yet.
Yeah, and I think the universe is going to catch up with her soon if she doesn't change the water part.
Hey, yeah, I've been getting a lot of, do y'all believe in signs? Like, do you believe in signs?
Language?
No. So I was getting something from my insurance company that they have like a health and wellness program to get incentives, which we all know incentives do work as far as health interventions sometimes. And so I got something from them. And then my job sent me one where they're like, we got a new challenge. And then it's like, the more I'm talking to people, they're like, yeah, so dietitian, or yeah, so this, or I don't know how many times I've seen wall Pilates. I'm like, okay, so maybe I'm being bombarded by all these things for a reason. And I've been feeling kind of weird lately this week. Like my body is not, I remember when I was younger, I had high blood pressure and I was trying to figure out, like, I didn't feel anything. And they're like, yeah, your body goes along with you and it kind of learns how to readapt. As your blood pressure gets higher, some people, they would feel it. They would be dizzy. They would do whatever, or low blood pressure if there's a change. Other people, when that's how you sit, when that's your new normal, it doesn't even impact you at all the way it would somebody else. Mm-hmm. And so now it's back down. But there are other things that I need to do to improve my health.
Well, I mean, you're on the path, so
yeah,
baby steps, right?
Right. So the other thing is, I have a new fear right now of my best friend getting married and what I'm gonna look like in the picture. So I'm feeling like I need to do something. Like that shouldn't be the issue, but it is. I was like, when I look back at all of our friends' weddings, when I was in them, I looked really good. But those were all in my 20s. So she mess around and have her wedding somewhere, I'm going to be looking like.
Well, I will say that it probably will be very short notice. I know. It'll be like a year from now.
And that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like I need to. Now, all these things that have been telling me that I need to do better, is it going to be vanity that's going to have me do it?
Well, regardless of what it is, it's for the betterment of you, right?
It is.
So whatever reason it is, it doesn't matter as long as you do it.
Yeah, but this week kind of was worrying me because I've been feeling a little weird. So I think it's time for me to be, the nurse. I think it's time for me to start taking my health seriously at this age. So yeah, that's what I'm up for now.
Yeah, hopefully it's an easier transition than you think.
Yeah.
You just got to do it, right?
I know. I'm about to cancel this gym membership, though, because I ain't seen them in 2 months. I know. And we've only had it for 2 months. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. So what's on your brain today?
What's on my brain today? Yes. I want to ask you, what do you think your legacy will be?
So I don't know how far you want me to go with this because What do you mean?
So do you think your legacy will be connected only to you, or will it be connected to your children?
Oh, they're the only reason why my legacy would mean anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's say if I do everything I said I was going to do, it doesn't matter if they don't do well.
So that's the thing. So someone was talking about, because that's how I feel. I feel like I don't necessarily know what big impact I'm going to make on the world, but I feel like the impact that means the most to me is them and them being successful and in happy lives. And so somebody was like, you know how horrible that is to put that level of pressure on your kids, that their success it gives your life meaning. And I wasn't thinking of it that way. I thought of it as my legacy. If they are living a freer life and they have less trauma, or, minimal trauma, not what I had to deal with, then I know that I've opened more doors for them to really be their true selves. Because I think we've talked about, who are you if you were uninterrupted? If this trauma didn't happen to you, if you had parents that supported you in doing the things that you wanted, or money hadn't been a barrier, who would you have been if all the doors were open? And I can look back and see why I am, all my interruptions, I think, and why I am the way that I am. But I really, really want it to be where they're as uninterrupted as possible, and their success, to me, would be my legacy. And it's not for other people to say, look what Kanika did. It's just for myself. But when I think about you, you say things about how you want to impact the world. But it was interesting. You said it would mean nothing if they don't live a successful, happy life too.
And their successful happiness doesn't have anything to do with what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want them to be able to be proud of their father and their mother. And I want them to have struggle where they can grow.
Yeah.
But I don't want them to have a struggle where it tears at their foundation. Like, why didn't I have this? Like, there's a lot of things that I question my father gave me, but
right.
I needed some of those things.
Yeah.
Like some of the things that he gave me may have gave me some bad behaviors along with it, but it gave me something else where I was able to correct the bad part, but still keep the fruit of what he was trying to give. So with him, like, my life, I really feel like I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And I think I'm working toward it. But if my life that I'm doing affects their life where they can't enjoy it more than I can, like, why am I a father? When I hear people talk about, I did this for my family, but how does your family feel about what you did for them?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can understand what you thought you were doing for them, but was it productive? Or was it counterproductive?
Well, and that's kind of like, it goes back to when you had the cigar bar. You were like, I'm doing this so my family can excel, but then we didn't see you.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said. That was like a regret, because I lost 2 years of my life thinking I was going to make this abundance of money that was going to allow us to travel and live but that was me not having enough information of knowing what it takes to run a successful business.
Yeah, that too. But I agree with you. I think that it's really about, like, Day and I were walking and I'd asked her, what kind of parent do you want to be? Like, when you think about, most of the time when we grow up, we're like, I wish my parent would have been like this or like that. You usually think about what you missed out on. And I said, what do you think you're going to add or take away from in order to be a better parent? She said, I want to be just like you. It was like alligator tears was coming out, but she said, you guys spend time with us. We travel places together. Like, you laugh and you have a good time. And that's what I want to do with my kids. And it made me feel like, to me, then my legacy is going right in the direction that I wanted to. She feels like, well, then what if it's like when we talk about, we thought this was what being a husband or a wife is, and it's so much more. Hopefully she finds a way to be more.
Yeah, I think she'll definitely find more, because I think we won't ever stop.
Yeah.
And as we continue to move forward, we'll have better better answers for their questions. So that's another thing. I feel like like discussing relationships at a young age, somebody's gonna get hurt, right?
Yeah.
Like no matter what, if anybody cares about anybody, somebody's gonna get hurt. But I think with them seeing like my parents, like they continuously work on their relationship and they're happy. And it all comes down to like, I know I relate, well, I do a lot of analogies with basketball, but they say that Stephen Curry shoots more 3-pointers at practice before and after than any other player. He's the best 3-point shooter. So why does he shoot so many more than everybody? So that he can remain that. Mm-hmm. To me, I feel like our relationship is in a great place, but it can only get better if you continuously work on it. And right. As long as you're not being overwhelmed with, us being together and vice versa, we can only learn each other more. Mm-hmm. So like, I think the kids will have a great example of like, hey, why, like this is the reason why they work. They really did this. Mm-hmm. They got up close and personal. So when you said what Day said when you were walking, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't ever said that to my father. Like, and it wasn't like even the happiest moment. Like I would say, I would do this, I would do that. Not saying that he like, I wouldn't be like you. I was just like, I would want to do this. Like, I wouldn't say that I would do it like.
Yeah. Like, well, and that's why I was trying to open it up to her. And I haven't done that with Dallas yet. Dallas speaks in sarcasm. And so.
That's what makes me wonder how, like, what are we toward him?
Yeah. He's probably the one that would have, Dallas is going to give it to you. He's going to give you the honest truth, or he's going to make a joke or try to get past it. It's no in between. And so I really, approaching him with a question like that, it has to be when he's in a softer mood. Most of the time he's sarcastic. But with Day, she's usually open to conversation and really thinking through her feelings. And so, yeah, that it did surprise me though, because I wanted to phrase it in a way where it was like, tell me how you would do more. Tell me what you would, because then that would give me an idea of what she feels like she's missing. So in the end, I felt really good, but if there was something more she needed from me, I don't know if I wouldn't have gotten it from that. So, I'll continue. And that's something that, I'll continue with her just because that's how we make our relationship grow is, okay, so what would you need, or what would you want to be as far as a mother, or like even as a friend? I think I want to be Day's friend like my mom is my friend. And my mom has exhibited a great example of how to be open and be a friend to me. So I want to be that for her too. But I want to grow and continue to be what she wants. We'll have to work on Dallas to figure out what it is he's looking for.
Do you think you and Day's relationship are further along than you and your mother's at your age?
I don't know, because at this age I was wrapped up in my friends. And Day, she's kind of wrapped up in all of the things she enjoys too. I don't know if I sat down and had real like leisure conversations with my mom. My mom always seemed like she was on the go and she had to get things done. But she spent time with me. She spent time with us. I remember like laughing and joking with her. But I don't know. I can't really remember our relationship at that time because I was so wrapped up in boyfriends and who's mad at me because of who I'm talking to and what is my friend, da-da-da-da. So I can't remember it.
Being a mother now, what could your mother have done differently that you are either doing or would like to do a day at this age?
I think one of the things is funny. When we got into grad school, my friend and I, we took our moms on a weekend trip to Chicago. And it was like, we paid for everything, the hotel, the massages, it came with wine. We were like really excited to be able to offer this up. And we took them to the House of Blues for a brunch. Like we were doing it up, right? Broke. We were doing it up though. And it felt so good. And then when there was a time where I was really struggling, my mom went to Mexico with me. She was like, you don't have to do anything. You can sit on the beach all day long. I don't care. And that's what I did every day. If I wasn't eating, I was just sitting on the beach. And I think that one of the things I would like to do is start taking day where it's just she and I. Is it her and I? Us.
She and I.
Okay. Yeah. Take where it's just us two. And we're doing something that is driven by what she wants to do. Because it'll tell me about her, but it also makes her my focus. Whereas here, I'm not focused on any one particular thing at all. So the walks that we're doing now, they're really helping. But I think you would get down to the real nitty gritty about what she thinks is fun and what she likes and all that other stuff. If I could get her away, kind of like when I said, I think everybody should have a celebration or holiday where they're just free. That's what I want for her. So we go and she's just free. And I think that's where I'm really going to meet. I'm really going to meet her. And then maybe it'll inform me on how to pull that out when we're at home too. Because a lot of times it seems like Day is her most excited self when she's in the room by herself. You hear her like singing or she's, doing her stories or whatever the case may be. And then when she comes out, she's excitable, but it's not who's behind closed doors. So,
Yeah.
I guess I'm looking for that one. So I think that one thing I would do differently is set aside trips for just Day and I to go away. Even if it's overnight somewhere. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate, but I think that that's one thing that I would like to do with her. And I think it will show me something more. What about you?
I think that my relationship with them is way better than the relationship I had with my father. I think so. Day is 17, Dallas is 15. So this is 9th through 11th grade. I'm getting ready to go to Michigan. If I was really happy at home, would I be really trying to go to Michigan?
Right.
We don't have that many altercations, but when we do, they're more than what they should be. I think that...
You and your dad or you and your kids? Okay.
Yeah, me and my dad. I think that was probably the most peaceful in the household, of course, because I wasn't getting in as much trouble. And it was like we were the ships passing through the night, mm-hmm. but it was just in the daytime, like he wasn't home when I was at home. By the time I was when he got home, I was going to sleep. So it wasn't really that much interaction. So I think that I'm trying to create whatever I thought I was supposed to have with, my father. And I'd say this, yesterday I was just thinking, like, we driving and I'm like, I don't want to force nothing on him because I remember my father trying to talk to me, but it would be right after he made me mad. So mm-hmm. you can't really want to talk to me, and I don't want to make them mad or specifically Dallas mad where his answers change. Because you can make a kid, his energy change and then the answers change, and I don't want that. So it's like it's really difficult, like being like, what am I supposed to do? Because when my father sensed anything, it was over. He was like, it's over. All right, you gonna act like that? Yeah. I would prefer you to not talk to me. And like as a kid, and I don't want him to feel like that. So I'm torn on, am I supposed to do more or am I supposed to do less? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when he gets older, whenever I guess he can talk to me, like whenever that day comes where he feels like he can say anything, mm-hmm. I can act, hey, I was really trying. I didn't know what to do. And I want you to know, like, you're going to have some blind spots of what you want to do as a parent, but your kid is going to make you feel a certain type of way. So I need you to remember, however I made you feel, I was not trying or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, he doesn't give me enough feedback for me to be able to like improve it. Yeah. Like I always compare it to you two, the way even, you and Day, like y'all relationships are just totally different because mine is so serious. It's not like fun. It's not lighthearted. It's always, what have you learned? Yeah. What are you doing towards your goal?
It is like that. It reminds me of recently, it came up in the memory where you would have them say, What was their thing they had to say every morning? It was about being great, doing better or something.
Making today better than yesterday, not worrying about anything we can't control. Who are we?
No, that's you.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think. But I used to have them say like a little mantra or whatnot. Where we going to school to do what? To learn everything.
Yeah, to get an education and learn everything and be a big girl and a big boy. Yeah. No, it was a good girl and a big boy. I used to think that was so interesting that she had to be good and he was going to be a big boy.
I think because they said it. They created that. I didn't tell them to say that. It was just something. I want to be a big girl or a big boy or something. Yeah.
And it was like, work smarter because work smarter.
Work smart work smart and not hard. Because when you work hard, I can't even remember.
I know it was something about working smarter instead of harder.
Yeah.
When you work then whatever, but it was all of that. Even when they were younger, you would have them recite it. It really was about being better, working smart, getting an education. Being successful, failure is not an option. All of those things. Yeah. So I guess you've always had kind of like that role with them.
And I don't know why that was particularly the thing, but I hope that at some point it could be fun, because I don't want them to just be like, my father was always on this. You know what I'm
Growth.
saying?
What are you doing to get better in whatever it is that you want to do in life? 10,000 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I just want them to be able to always work on something where it's something being created, for later. I don't want them to ever think that they should stop, because if you stop, to me, I feel like that means you're comfortable. And if you get a routine of just doing things that's beneficial to you, something will be new for you, waiting for you the next day because you did all the work. So I think that's what I've been on, because that one particular moment, I remember driving down the Corniche and I was like, am I happy? I just was like, this isn't what I thought that I would feel. I was so unfulfilled. And I was like, I don't think anybody would ever want to feel like this. And, I wasn't working on anything. It wasn't like anything was going to come out of the air. It was just like, I'm going to hit the lottery. My life going to change.
Yeah, he used to say that a lot. Let's see what this lottery is going to do. But that I understand you having found a renewed sense of energy when you're working on something and wanting to pass that on to them. But it is kind of hard to be leisurely.
I hate that too.
Talking to you.
I hate it because I think the only reason why you get it because I know what can make you smile. I don't know really what can make them smile. And the stuff that I think that would make them smile, they have no idea why it's supposed to make them smile.
They'd be like, okay.
I don't get that. What's over my head? And probably about 20 years over your head.
Yeah. Well, we're trying.
We are. So hopefully.
So I think the summary is that if your kids, it's okay for your kids' outcomes to be a part of your legacy.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to seeing whatever is going to happen, but I know that it's going to be heavily influenced by you.
Okay. Why me?
Because I think that you give them the fun or the lightheartedness of not taking things seriously.
You give them the focus that I don't have.
Yeah, and hopefully they get a little bit more from you than me, because I don't because I feel like you could be disappointed if you don't get what you think you're supposed to get, if you don't appreciate whatever. And I don't want them to ever get that. I just want them to know it's okay to keep working on whatever you like, whatever you enjoy.
Well, I think we should keep it a secret from them that we feel like any of their outcome will be a part of our legacy. I don't want any pressure.
Oh no, I don't.
Great.
Yeah. I wouldn't want that either. Honestly, I just want them to be happy. They don't have to do anything as long as they're not hurting anybody and they're happy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Anybody want to give a shout out before we get out of here? No. Y'all make today better than yesterday. Don't worry about anything you can't control. GATA. Get after that action, or that action will get after you. Be great on purpose.